So this is my next video log on different infographic creator programs. This program is called Piktochart, and it's a program to use to create a variety of different types of infographics. Again, it's free. However, as you can see, there is a paying portion to this, and you can upgrade if you want. I have created this as an education program, so some things that are pro may not be to me. However, although there is a lot of pro options, which is nice, there's a lot of things that you can do for free, and what I really like is that you can create something completely new as a blank canvas. So there's a lot of different options that you could use, and I'll kind of show you around. I kind of started one because I made my infographics that were useful to me in the past in easily. I just kind of created one half-created one so that you could see how the program kind of works. So I just looked up some information on who is using social media tools, and as you can see, you can save your Piktochart and you can look at them afterwards. Alright, so one of the things that I can see now is that sometimes it takes a while to load. But again, there's a variety of things that you can do. So one of the things that I did here was create title. I'm using a variety of different types of tools to make it visually interesting and to highlight different parts of a sentence. The next thing that I did was I took a look at the information that I found, and I found a map so I can highlight some of those areas. What I really like is that when you do look at this, as long as it's on the computer and not actually printed out, some of the interesting information about that country shows up, which is kind of cool because I didn't actually put that information in. So one of the ways that you can do this is if you go into tools, as you can see, there are maps here, and you can pick a variety of maps. Now, one problem is there's no just Canada map, which is too bad. But there is a whole North America, etc., Europe, Africa, and so on and so forth. So what you can do from here, if I want to input another map or change the one that I have, you can click on different things. You can edit what you actually want in the map, etc. and change the information. Then you can go to advanced settings. You can change the colors of everything. Here it looks like you could only change one country, but as soon as you, so say I wanted to change Germany's to that blue, then I can click on another country, excuse me, and change it to that, and it would change that. So it's not just one country that you can change, which is great. And then I can insert my map. I can also edit the map that I've done just by double clicking, and information comes up. Now in this map I was mostly just concerned of the actual places, not the numbers, and so I could take all of that away. I just wanted to highlight those different places on the actual map. Now, the next thing that I think is a really important tool that Piktochart has that easily didn't is that you can create graphs, and a lot of different kinds of graphs and charts, etc. So here they have different types of bar graphs. This isn't a bar graph, but it's very similar. Horizontal, a line graph, etc., 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 dots. You can create pie charts, similar to a pie chart. Another visually interesting type, icon matrix, pyramid, etc., etc. So there's lots of different tools that can be used. You can use a variety of different, they even have sample data that you can use. You can import things into Google Spreadsheet and put it in. You can import data from other programs such as Excel into your grid as well. You can change whatever colors you would like, etc. So this is a very great tool because you can actually put your data into the actual graph. So again, the information that I found was based on percentages, and I put my percentages in. I chose what countries I actually wanted in there. I can choose my chart title, which is and now it has my title, and I can put that in there. I can edit whatever I want. Now I made the colors in the graph, or in the chart, sorry, actually correspond to the colors on the graph so that it can match. I can change whatever size I want. And then I can add my information on here as well. So say I wanted to add text. And I can add whatever I want about this information. I can change whether I want to clone the block, which means take this block and have the exact same thing up on top. I can change what I want in my actual blocks here, how big I want my page. I can choose what background I would like as well. So a lot of these things you weren't able to actually choose on easily, which is for a reason. I mean, they made it for ease of use, but these things are interesting that you can change as well. So again, some things are easier to look at than others. and make it very interesting. You can add different types of graphics. They have an even, I think, larger library than Easily does as well. You can search for different types of graphics. And there's lots available. You can also import things that you would like as well. And yeah, so there's lots of different things that are available. You can change how big you want your canvas to make it wider, larger, however you would like your actual blocks to be. And there's also, you can add video, which is very interesting because that makes it incredibly multimodal. You can actually make this infographic more than just information and just visualizations. You can actually put video into it, which is a great tool. So in terms of some of the negative parts, it wasn't as easy to use, although they have figured out a lot of ease of use, and I think I just have to play around with it more to figure out what to do in order to edit certain things, etc. I thoroughly enjoyed the actual graphing portion of it, because that's a lot of what my students would actually use, and I can see that being useful to a wider variety of people. I really like that there's more graphics and that you can add anything in as well. They also have a wide variety of different things that you can look at in terms of templates. And one thing I did like as well is that if you are having problem, there is this troubleshooting part. You can chat with somebody if you need help. Earlier when I had this up, I guess I was on here for a while and not doing anything, and a chat box popped up and asked, are you having trouble, etc. So I think that's really interesting and useful for the user. So there's a lot of different things that you can do within Piktochart. It's a good program even for starters, and I think my students would instantly attach to it as well. So that's about all that I'm going to show you right here. There's probably a lot more that you can do. I think I have to play around with it even more than I already have, and to figure out even more of the affordances.